other stuff that's happened this week. Oh, you guys heard about the debate that's been going on between Estelle and Duffy?
That's quite interesting because Estelle seemed very happy that she knocked Duffy off number one.
Yeah, she did.
And wasn't Duffy, because I heard that Duffy was actually on a talent show in Wales.
Yeah, she was. Do you know, Alex from the Chris Mo show actually judged that.
Really?
Yeah, one, yeah, and
because
Duffy was his choice to go to.
Exactly. This is she's got, like, because someone's comparing Duffy to Lionel Lewis. Everyone's saying Lionel Lewis isn't cool.
Yeah.
But Duffy is cool.
Yeah.
But they both were on talent shows, but, I mean, Wales.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone watched that.
Well,
so,
it was,
except the Welsh.
I don't know what it was called. Wow Factor, it was called.
I love that Welsh accent I put into that.
Wow Factor.
Okay.
Hello, my Welsh brothers and sisters.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, but the whole debate thing was that, you know, Estelle said that she doesn't think that she doesn't think all these people like Adele and Duffy are actually soul singers, because she feels that the UK industry doesn't push black soul singers but will only push white ones, and that, you know, there's no support, which is why she's relocated to America, why she's on John Legend's label there. And basically Duffy came back and said, like, you know, she doesn't think it's about race or color or anything, that, you know, most kids today don't know about, you know, 50s or 60s soul music, and that, you know, she's only reinterpreting what she's heard and the type of soul music that she likes as a child, or anything that is not about, you know, white soul singer or black.
But that's
soul
quite
singers.
interesting, because that's the same thing Joss Stone was saying.
Yeah.
When Miss Dynamite was going on about how difficult it is for black artists in this country. So to me, it just seems that we're going to keep having this argument again and again and again. However, I've got to point out here, black artists need to go on tour. And you need to be professional, and you need to push your music. You can't say just because you've not hit number one in 3 months, you're just going to abandon the album.
Yes, I agree.
If you do not focus on pushing it and making sure it actually gets out. Because at the end of the day, there are a lot of acts that are not being supported, but they go out there and they work hard. I mean, Ash, for instance. I'm not seeing the record company putting Ash posters everywhere. But Ash work really, really hard. And they always come on TV. I mean, they've been going for over 10 years. And they're working really, really hard. So I think they need to understand that being a musician is not easy. It's not something you just roll out of bed in the morning and think, okay, yes, there I am.
No, but yeah, but
you have to work hard
but
for it.
even without even being patronizing to them as well, it's also not about you know, one formula of signing a deal with a record label and then they haven't to do, because if you're a musician, then you're a musician first. You're not supposed to be a superstar immediately, and then, you know, it's not.
They want to start having that bling first.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's the problem.
Got to invest in it. I mean, come on. Bono, when he was talking about when he was with U2, it wasn't like immediately that it happened. I mean, some people gig for 10 years before they hit it. That shows the passion you've got for your music. So if you're expecting that immediately you sign a record contract, that's it, you're hanging with Puffy, then there's no way it's going to work.
but some will say, because like the two examples you've given now, you said Bono, you said Ash. Some will say that R&B singers, pop singers, don't necessarily gig as much as rock bands or indie bands.
So you turn it on its head.
Yeah, because the thing about pop, I agree. The thing about pop artists and stuff is that they usually make their bread and butter from other things, like endorsements or, you know, not necessarily gigging. Gigging is like a band's bread and butter. Like, that's where they make their money from, in addition to their songwriting and shit, because they are seen as being, I put inverted commas, real musicians or whatever. While pop singers is like, some of them is like an image, but they necessarily don't tour that much.
Yes,
what they do is kind of special, like the way Janet used to tour in the 90s.
Yes, but look at Estelle went on Jules Holland.
Yes.
She had a band behind her.
Yes,
I think you can be a musician you can be a pop musician or an R&B musician. All you need really is to get a band behind you. You can sell pop to anyone if it's really, really good. It doesn't have to be all, you know,
But Girls Aloud are a great pop band, but they
acts.
They don't tour or anything. They do tour, but they don't gig.
Yes,
they do like a tour at the end of an album.
That's what I was going to say. No. I was going to say that, for instance, a gig, in like a very simple term, like what I think Lucas is trying to get at, is that a gig is primarily for indie artists and whatnot.
For promo, because they...
No, I get what you mean, but you see, they can also gig or tour or do concerts in their own way.
Exactly. You can
like, you know, you can, exactly, like what Hon said, like, you just gave Girls Aloud, which I think is an excellent idea. They would gig or tour by doing concerts for whoever the demographic is.
But they're big enough to be able to tour.
Yeah, because they knew that they would sell out. They would sell tickets.
Exactly. But that's not what I'm saying. They can gig, but they can gig in a smaller way. Like for instance, they could gig do. I don't know, like
a small venue, like Brixton Academy.
Yeah, but make sure that it ties in with another event that is synonymous to what they represent.
You see, but people don't necessarily associate Brixton Academy with a pop band. That's what the problem. That's what Catch-22 is. Because if you say black soul singers should tour, the record company would say, "But are you popular enough for you to sell tickets?"
But Beverly Knight used to tour. As far as you're not interested in pushing for 10,000 or 20,000 capacity. If you start and say, look, 500 to 1,000, and you build yourself that way, because Scissor Sisters, to be totally honest, are a pop band, and they started gigging first, and before they went stellar. So I think it's about actually focusing on that job you've got to do. You can't always build the record label.
When you mentioned pop, I think the problem there is pride. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Because like I said, if I agree with you, if I was managing Girls Aloud, I would say, okay, you don't want to you're crazy. You don't want to tour in Brixton Academy, fine. But I'll put you in, say, Apple Store. I'll put you in HMV, the big ones.
You go to malls. Do it American style.
That's what Britney did in the beginning.
Exactly. And I just think the reason they want to do it is because we want to sell out Wembley, and we really have our schedule. We can only do it for 1 year.
The way our artists, when they're interviewed on TV, like to be like, we're real. The brothers of low counselors. Like the mall.
Exactly.
You had blue water. I mean, excuse me.
Anyway, but that's the debate. It's like a pop. Like, if you feel differently,
exactly,
or if you have an opinion on that, if you think honey's talking shit, talking smack or whatever,
tell me.
We've got a Facebook page.
Yes.
If you don't know the address, if you search
for music,
it's a group.
It's a group. So if you just search for Dummy for Music on Facebook, it will come up. Or you go to our MySpace page. It's myspace.com/Dummy for Music.